Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back to another episode of The Last Kingdom in Aurora 4X, and in previous episode we started finally getting some results from the ruins that we found. Now we're currently digging through those, but bring you back right now because we found our first loop in the jump points, and it takes to the alien home system. Luckily it still links around actually. Oh, I don't think we have anyone watching the Kusanagi over there. Also, who do we have down here? Apparently we got someone there. There's a survey ship down there. Oh. Oh, right. It's probably the one that was in Jade, wasn't it? Yeah. So it's now coming back. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. So I think we're going to have to get some sort of survey vessel, keep an eye on the jump point to the Kusanagi system for the time being, just so that we can know if the enemy is sending any ships towards our way. They probably aren't, but if they are, then we need to be prepared. So let's actually have a look. If we go to the Calradia, do we still have any ships there? We do have someone watching at least on this one, so let's have a look. Calradia, Shamshir, we'll probably take one of those. Do we have the... No, the Royal Tug is currently busy for a little bit longer. Not for much longer, in all fairness. It's 19 more days. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to go there. I want you instead from there go to Calradia. What we're going to do is we're going to just take the Calradia Shamshir, get the military one, and take you to Shamshir and drop you at the Kusanagi, and then you can go back to Barracuda and go to Veralis. So it's a bit of a detour, but we can then keep an eye on the entrance there, so at least if anyone enters into this system, we'll find them. And now we'll utilize the time that we have in Diamond with the ship to see if we can't potentially find any more information about the system. I should probably make sure that we ban the actual planet though, just so that we don't go too close, because I'm pretty sure that they will attack us if we do. But we might be able to find some jump point for information. Oh, and one of the oilers has returned, so that means that we probably have a bit more fuel in Caldera at least. About 10 million, alright then. We are producing a tiny bit in there, but we only got 3 refineries, so it's not a massive increase in fuel production there, but it's still something. And we did actually find another construction factory in St. Petersburg from the ruins, so that's at least a little bit. So far nothing in terms of components or anything like that, unfortunately, but... Well, Deep Space Tracking Station in St. Petersburg, that's handy. Let's actually have a look real quick. So, St. Petersburg, that is the first one. Yeah, there's the first station there. Alright there. Or tracking station, that is. And we run out of titanium in... in the moon. That we've been mining. I mean, sure enough, there was a lot of minerals there. There's still some uranium there that we can keep on mining. We don't have a lot of mines there, but that's fine. I mean, the colony is doing alright for the time being. Let's actually have a quick look. So, Crastina Imperalis, they got about 300,000 extra population there. Ooh, we got 500,000 in Caldera. We have been bringing in a lot of infrastructure, to be fair. So that is certainly helping. But that is good because we do... Ooh, right, we now have actually 5 ships here permanently on... or, well, semi-permanently on the orbit for the time being. So we do need to start bringing in more maintenance facilities in here. And I'm sure that the population we got in here should be enough to actually facilitate that. We'll see. I mean, once we have some ships available, we'll start transporting that, but right now all of them are busy. Okay, another unit trained. Orbit Bike Battalion. Right, yeah, we're just training more. There's a maintenance problem in one of our Seekers, but that's alright. They got plenty of maintenance supply points. Royal troops have arrived home again. You were transporting troops to Caldera. How about... Do we have more construction battalions? We got at least one. in there. Do we have another one down here? Well, we kind of have one there, but that's currently being used in... Actually... Oh right, both of the brigades have one construction battalion right now. That's actually not a bad thing. Let me actually take another supply battalion. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to Calradia. You are going to drop the supply battalion there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go through Remover. Do we actually... No, we don't have the jump point. Okay. Down there. I suppose I could just drop one in... Actually, let's go to Durandal then. Because we don't have anyone at Collada, so we can't go there. There is the intact colony in there, which I was hoping to utilize a little bit, but that is not going to be an option right now. Now in Durandal, I'm pretty sure that there was another one. I just don't remember which of the colonies it was. So let's have a quick look at here. So Durandal... A2. Okay. So unload ground units. And then also route back to Barracuda. And we can probably refuel at the colony. There we go. So we can start digging through the stuff there as well. Slowly but surely. Right, deployments are exceeded. Mineral deposit. Ooh. Okay, that's a gas giant, isn't it? Yeah, it must be a gas giant. A lot of 57 million Sorum at 0.6 accessibility. I don't think it can be anything else. Fair enough, but that's not terrible. We can certainly utilize that at some point. Right now we don't necessarily need to, but once we start expanding more and more. Research completed. We got the headquarters now, and harvesting capacity on one of the civilian harvesters. Also, the civilians contracted another colony ship. Right, but now we got the 2 research labs available here, so I'm going to put one in the particle beam range, so we can get that in a year, and fire control speed rating, we're going to put another one, so we'll get that in May next year, and then we'll start doing the beam fire control range, which is still going to take a while. But we need to focus a bit on that. Once we get the iron drives, I'm actually gonna... I have nothing else queued up, so I'll redesign the engines, at least to a certain degree, and start figuring out what I want to do with those. Right, well, let's go with that. Oh, I did not send anyone to pick up the fuel from the harvesters, though. Well, we got some oilers here, why don't you do that? So, you... refuel from stationary tankers. And then transfer fuel to colony. It's only going to be about 1 million liters, but that's alright. Well, I think we can manage that. Harvester capacity, yes, I know. Factory restored. Oh! Oh! Abandoned mine plus technical information on mining production 16 on Durandal A3. Well, this is rather good. I'm actually gonna quickly do a screenshot out of that, so pardon me. I'm just gonna have that open so I can show that to the players. So bear with me. Right, so let's keep on going. Jump point detected in jet, okay, and hand survey cannot do its stuff in here. Well, that is to be expected. There's not much to survey. But you can certainly resupply, and then I suppose I could send you back to... You've been in Emerald. I'll send you back there. I'm sure that there are still things to survey. Yep, they are. We'll get working on that one. Oh, and Royal Troop has returned home. I don't think we necessarily need to be moving a lot of troops right now. We got at least some troops in Caldera, and considering the strength of the enemy troops, if they manage to start landing, then they'll easily just kill any troops on the ground anyway, so it's mostly for policing purposes right now. So I'll just leave the Royal Troop down here for the time being. And let's have a look. How much would the Or actually, Caldera, how much you... Almost 4,000 tons of resources per year now. And 2,000 tons of resources there. We should actually get another ship down here, or two trips down here to get the resources in. Procina Imperialis, we got 3,000. That's pretty good. What about 80? That's still rather low. They haven't got a lot. I mean, they actually have a tiny bit of worker shortage. They got quite a bit of terraforming installations, but we are at least doing the terraforming now with a little speed. Like, it's still very, very slow. So we're slowly working on that, and I'm not entirely sure if we can afford building more of the terraforming installation. Maybe one at some point, but they are not cheap, is the problem. Orders completed. Okay, the oiler has returned home. Royal Cargo 4 has returned home. Okay, so this is... What have you been up to? Infrastructure, right. Well, I need you to load some maintenance facilities. So do that. Go to Calradia and drop them to Caldera. After back to Barracuda, refuel at the Barracuda herd number 1. Then repeat that another 3 times. And then go to Veralis. It's going to take about 1.5 years. But that's alright. Oh, and new scientist, energy weapons researcher. 20% research bonus, okay. That's alright. It's at least a good start. Oh, and the highway construction has completed... Oh no, it hasn't. It's still working on the gate there, but we at least got the target down here now. Right, ship construction, we refitted the... No, we built a new Daenerys, okay. Let's actually go quickly back to Barracuda. So, I should be in... Yeah, it is in the shipyard fleet. We're close... Oh, we can probably close that for the time being. So we got 4 ships in the Royal Fleet. We got another 2 ships under construction for that. And then the Hans fleet has 4 Squire Hornets and 1 regular Hornet. So there's 5 ships there. Not entirely sure if... Oh, right, yeah, that's been refitted from regular Hornet to be a Squire Hornet. Alright then. The trainings on 2 of those are rather low. But it will improve. I mean, we could train that fleet at the same time. I'm not entirely sure if I want to train them right now. Not necessarily over there. I might train some of the ships from the Royal Fleet here. Although, well, this Porcupine doesn't have a lot of training, nor does the second ship there. Because we might start training those soon. Right, so it was the trade fleet over here. So we've got the trade fleet 4 that is... No, it wasn't 4. It's number 3 that is currently undergoing shipyard. So I think... Let me close the ones... or the houses in between here so I can drag and drop the ship to that one. So I'll assign that there. So we'll have 2 ships in there once the refitting is done. And then they can start doing work a bit more aggressively. Or more effectively, let's just put it that way. Now, since we have a bit of a problem with our galley site right now, I don't necessarily want to start building more civilian ships or commercial ships for the time being. I'm sure that we can fix that eventually, but right now I'm going to be a bit cautious with that. On our site we found more duranium, neutronium, tritanium. Oh, actually, that seems rather promising. So which planet was that? That was the... So that's the gas giant that we found earlier. So it was this one? Yeah, it was this one. Venusian planet, but I'll make a colony there anyway. Automated mining and all that. And it's actually, well, it is a bit high colony cost, so yeah, no. We won't be able to colonize or have a permanent colony there anytime soon, but gravity isn't too bad, so technically, if we could get rid of enough of the pressure there, then it might be okay. But that is a lot of work, and we do not have that sort of resource available to us right now. Right, there's Romanov over down here. Right, that is in Caldera, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, you should start your overhaul rather soon. Indeed you did. Our factory restored. Cargo shuttle station in St. Petersburg. Oh. Well, that's handy. That is actually very handy. Oh, and deployment time exceeded on the Seeker from Shamshir. Okay. So you got back home without any harassment, at least. And we're getting, or dropping the other one over there so we can keep an eye on there. Roll talk. Oh! Oh! Well, well. We can now get home from here and we can then start surveying this place. Right. Auto route to Barracuda. Do you take... Yeah, you do take the inter-system jump there. Actually... Remove last. You can go into the center there and then... Oh, we already got the jump gate into Chuanthien. Never mind. Actually, another thing, let's, if we were to transit over there, is there a Lagrange point already? There is one around B7, so if we were to stabilize a jump point over here... Wait. Oh, it's trying to do that again. Okay, yeah, so... Let's try this one more time. Okay, now it's not 1,000 days, it's only 37 days. Right, so if we were to go over here, I believe the C1 was the closest. So if we were to stabilize a Lagrange point there, it will of course take some time, but then we'll have another shortcut down there. So if we have a quick look, just making sure that that is the case. Yes, the C1 is down there. There's nothing orbiting the primary one, and then there's another Lagrange point there. So with those, we can cut the distance to here quite a bit. And we can probably... I'm pretty sure that we haven't actually surveyed all of the asteroids down there. Alright, where are the Royal Survey vessels right now then? You are currently in Lapis Lazuli, and you're in Diamond. Oh, right, that's a bit dangerous terrain. Let's have a look. Have you found anything yet there? No, you surveyed some of the jump points, although once you get down there, they will most likely spot you. Oh, who knows? Well, maybe they don't. Gathering the intel from the enemy side is a important task. Oh, and the Trade Fleet 1 has completed orders. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. Trade Fleet 1. Okay, so you could use a bit of a refuel. You're about 1 million short. Let's actually have a look. How much do you have? You got 500,000 there. You got... Okay, we could send it there. That was Trade Fleet 1. Okay, so I'm going to send you to the Barracuda Hurt number 2, refuel from there, and then go back to Veralis. And I suppose, what should I do? Let's see, load installation. We could take some mine, for example. Actually, I will take some mines to Mimung. Unload all installations there, and then load all minerals. Take that back to Barracuda and Veralis. So unload all minerals, and we'll take a look at it. I'll give you a new task out of that. Okay, Orlanco cargo has completed orders, is now around Veralis. Let's have a look. So you were transporting infrastructure, weren't you? No, you were transporting mines. I see. Let's have a look. So in Cortana we got... Okay, we got a little bit available workers. We've got 2 construction factories. Are we actually... We're not building anything. Do we have enough? We do have the resources to technically build some infrastructure, so I'm going to start doing that. Just going to build 20. It's not a lot, but it will get us started. And the mining over there that we can do is actually rather small right now, but we can certainly improve that. For example, if we bring in more mines. It's not a terrible idea. So let's load a set of mines here. You got all your fuel needs met already, so then go to Cortana, unload all installations, then auto back to Barracuda, and refuel... Actually, refuel from the Barracuda herd number 2, and then go to Veralis, and then we'll probably start setting up a initial colony in the other lone system. Because over here there was quite a few things that are very promising. For example, well, these two are rather high colony costs, and that one has a lot of minerals. It's a Venusian atmosphere, it's a bit dry, but this one is very good. It doesn't have atmosphere. Oh right, and then there's this one that does have an atmosphere, but also the atmosphere is a bit dangerous with chlorine in there, but that shouldn't be too hard to remove. It might take some years to do it, but should be able to do that. It has a lot of resources, but I think over here it might be best to start colonizing this one first. There's a lot of resources. They don't have mercassium though. Does the other one have mercassium? Yeah, they do. Actually, pretty good mercassium, but no duranium. There is thorium in there. There would be a lot of duranium on this one. Well, we'll start colonizing the moons down here in due time, because that has been the wishes from the House Orlanco. Oh, research completed. We got the iron tritech. Excellent. Right, so now we need to start figuring out some plans for the engines. So let's start with the... We'll probably go with the 75% engine for the survey vessel still. Because those have a fairly decent fuel usage. We'll go with the 20 hull size, so we don't necessarily need to do much changes to the ships themselves. We could technically lower the thermal signature, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. So that should give them, with 2 of these, should give them a speed boost of another... Hold on, how quick are they now? Oh, like 3,000 kilometers per second. So it should take them up to 375-ish? Somewhere around there. Right, so, there's actually no name update. So, I suppose we can just call it iron. 75%. I'll probably do some of these off camera. But we'll get started on at least one. And then we'll probably start figuring out what sort of engines we want for our military. And how much does it? 38.75, so 38.8 liters per hour per engine. So that's not actually terrible. It's actually about the same as it was on the previous engine, but it's just more effective. But we have lowered the fuel consumption a tiny bit. Right, so we'll create that one. Then let's figure out the military engine. So if we want to go... Ooh, we can actually go all the way to 175%, but that is way too fast for corvettes or anything like that. So let's go for 150%. Let's think about this through. So we're 137... Well, actually, it's probably easier if we... For the purpose of figuring out the speed that the ships will have. So if we go for 150%, we'd have 7,500... kilometers per second speed. So if we have a look at a, let's say, beam fire control, can we easily get the 7,500 here? We can, just 2.5 times, or once we get the better ones. Is there a, let's see, next tech upgrade? We'll probably lower that. I mean, we'll probably have both of these anyway, so it doesn't matter. So if we want to have 7,500 from here, that's going to be a bit trickier. We can go for 7,600. That wouldn't be too bad. And then increase the range to, well, probably 250, so pretty much max range. On the other hand, could we... Like 7,200, would be able to reach that easily. Let's have a look. So engine, we go for the 40 hull size just to see the total speed. So we need to have 720 engine power total. to get there where we kind of want to, or at least could do, if we want to lower the size of the fire controls a little bit. But that's not quite it. If we lower that, I'm just wondering if I can get... No, it's going to be a bit too hard, so I'm just going to go for the 150... Hold on. Oh, right, that's the next engine. Okay, so that was a bit of a failure there. Right, let's try this again. So 720, we're going to go 725, but that would be a bit... Okay, how about if we go to 150? No, I think it's just best to go for the 750 and then just overshoot a little bit with the sensors. It's not that big of a deal. I think it will pale. So, actually, we didn't change the name there, good. So we'll just need to lower the hull size back to 20. 150%, 20 hull size, 375 EP. So 37 there, and then, ooh, it does take a lot of fuel, that's for sure. 438. 38, not 28. So we can create that, and with that we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.